All right, welcome back to another Koenji-san Reviews. And in this video, I'm going to introduce to you all of the Man Gatarou manga that I read that was not included in my previous video of the top 10 Man Gatarou titles. I had to read this filth, so you have to see it as well. As a disclaimer per usual when talking about Man Gatarou, if you do not like poo-poo and pee-pee, if you do not like boobs and butts, if you do not like elderly sex, if you do not like dismemberment and exploding heads, this video is not for you. If you do like this horrible, awful filth, then strap in and join me for the ride. Well, I guess the best way to do this is just to go through these in their chronological order. Again, Part 1, the top 10 Mangatoro releases, in my opinion, that video is already up, so you might want to go back and watch that first. If not, that's fine too. Just hang in here with me and we'll go through some of these. I have almost every Mangatoro release that was released in a tankobon, except I don't have Terrace Horse, which is more recent, and I believe that was probably discontinued after the Terrace House debacle. Then there's also a Gigon, which I was not able to find as well. I'm missing a couple volumes of Mitochon, but other than that, I pretty much have everything here. This is Kusaman, or Kuso means shit. So this has one of the best covers of all the Mangatoros. And I'll just show a couple panels from each of these releases. So this was released in 1992 after his initial release, which was the Dragon Ball parody in Jump Comics in 1990. So this was his first full-length release series, and it's basically about a mother who has to come sit in the back of the kid's school, probably he was being bad, and the comedy that ensues from there. Of course, Mangatoro loves having a baba in his stories and loves having this sweaty, snot-faced kid. Jokes just keep on coming and coming. Next, in 1997, I mean, there's other stuff in between, but from what we have here, 1997, we have Giga. The story of Giga is about a dog, and this dog reappears in many of his other volumes. But in this book, Giga is a do-gooder who, when people do something bad, like don't give their seats to old people, the nice Giga dog, or when bullied, turns into a demon and rips people's heads off. Sometimes he gets so wild, he even rips off the head of the person he was helping. And as I said, Giga is a reoccurring theme. This is not all Giga. There's a bunch of other stories in here, but mostly Giga the dog. Slash kaiju slash demon, whatever he is. Moving on, we have the 5 volumes of Momotaro, Spuddy Momotaro. So of course the Momotaro story is the story of, the old lady washing clothes in the river, giant peach floats down the river, they take it home, the old man and the old lady open it up, and it's Momotaro, and Momotaro ends up becoming a savior, so to speak. But in true Mangatoro fashion, it is not that simple, because this Momotaro is the leader of a Bosozoku, or a gang, biker gang. There he is in his Gakuran kind of outfit, this biker outfit. Let's see what we have in 2 here. Satan likes to rear his evil head. Satan is hung. Satan says the world is mine. But, of course, Momotaro will not be having it, as you can imagine. Whoa. Again, trolling on the covers, trying to make it look like it's something that it is not. I don't remember what I bookmarked. I bookmarked these a couple weeks ago. Ooh, these are the kaiju, the yokai, the aliens that Momotaro must battle with uppercuts and brain-splitting karate kicks. I really like this. It didn't make the top 10 because I had a bunch of his other adventure gag manga in there, so I thought it was enough. But I did like the series. I read all of it, of course. Wild. And we have number 5. Let's see what the hell I bookmarked in this one. Who is that? Is that Atom? Man Gatarou likes to borrow from a lot of other themes. Everything from Dragon Ball to Atom to Flanders Dog. All kinds of references. Moving on. I believe this came out in 2006. This is based on the marriage between Suzuki Shigeru, who is a famous producer in Japan, and the girl from Mori Sanchu, the 3-person comedy group. Here, why don't I just show you in the back. Ojima Miyuki. So the joke at the time was, you know, the comedy group is famous. It's made up of 3 ladies who are supposedly not good looking. Why did this famous producer marry one of them? And then he actually wrote this, Suzuki Osamu, and Man Gatarou illustrated it. And it's a gag manga about this regular guy who marries this quite big, wild comedian. So that's her. And that's him. In this story, she has diarrhea and has to take a dump, and there's nowhere to go. And it happens to be right in front of the Yakuza building. So the Yakuza get involved in the story. This is really wild. To be honest, I read 1 and most of 2. And then there's so much poop and pee and butts and sex, and it's just so wild that, so there she is in her comedy routine. It's just so wild that after a while I was like, man, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. But at some point I'll be feeling dirty and I'll come back and finish it. And this one, they're doing a performance. They knock down the wall in between the 2 rooms of the restaurant on accident and hit the Yakuza boss in the head. The Yakuza boss gets pissed, starts trying to kill her partner. Then there's chaos that ensues. Really fun stuff. The Yakuza boss says, if you can fill this cup full of pee within 1 minute, I'll let you off. And it gets wild from there. All right, some of the one-offs. Here we have Mankasu. Kasu means grime or dirt. Chinkasu would mean dick cheese. Man is the female version. So the female version of dick cheese. This is a whole bunch of shorts. This is filthy as hell. This one is about comedian, a manzai character, who in between shows has to take a dump, can't get his outfit off, so they tie it up for him to take a dump. Pretty wild stuff. This one also, it's pretty disgusting. It's voluminous though. What else did I bookmark here? There's kind of the Momotaro character, the reoccurring Baba character, the non-ko, the ointment rears its grossness, and we will move on from there. Trying to stay on YouTube, people. And in the back, we have Kusamori Shinichi's essay on Man Gatarou, which I referenced in the last video, where he talks about how Man Gatarou is a combination of ero-guro and nonsense. So unfortunately, Kusamori passed away about 2 years after this in 2008, I believe. Shinyuki I talked about before. I don't have the full series. I'm missing a couple volumes. I believe there's 4 in the whole series. This is 1 and 2. Again, Shinyuki is the adventure story, and this is a part 2 that was released. It's okay. I like it. There's some craziness going on in here. Of course, dismemberment, as you'd expect. So this was a fun series. I had a hard time finding the other 2 issues, and you know, I'd already reviewed and put Shinyuki 1 in my top 10 list, so I did not think that number 2 should be in that list as well. Heartful Company. This is the lovely story about a company trying to better the world through the manufacture and distribution of weapons of mass destruction. Pt.2. This company is actually also in Zuichi, the homeless man in Zuichi with the magic mushroom down his pants, who is raving lunatic living at the park, says that there's homeless people being kidnapped to work in an evil factory. So this is basically a spin-off of that. Excuse me. Then later on in it, they create Ebola. They create a cure for Ebola. They create something else that goes wrong. It's wild. I like this one a lot, and actually I know this is available in Europe. I believe in France, maybe Italy. It was translated, but I do not believe it's available in English. Then, finally, we have the Mitochon series, which is Mitochon Perestroika. So this is also an adventure gag manga about a princess, her protector, who is also a little girl, and another girl who's kind of got this superpower, and the adventure that they go on. I'd already done a couple of gag adventures in there, so in my top 10 list, so I didn't think this deserved to be in the top 10, but it was fun. This came in actually a different set. This was a promotional little like mini that came out and came together bound with another release to promote the release of Mitochon. And in this, we have the 3 characters come in. There's our 3 characters. There's the father, the king. There's the aliens that are living in Earth, trying to spread their genes, and the battle that ensues. So Mitochon 1 has one of the most insane introductions I've ever seen in my life, which is a spaceship lands in the Sahara Desert. Then the aliens come out and attack humans in order to spread their genes. That's why Mitochon is this kind of like a play on mitochondria. And the story ensues from there. Wild stuff. Of course, you have little breakaways to the classic dismemberment by truck. You know, falling downstairs first, into the road, dismemberment. And this one here is Man Gatarou himself. You can tell because he's wearing the beret, the Tezuka beret. Lots of silliness. Maybe we'll look at one more here. How about number 3? Yeah, how about number 2? Because I have it bookmarked. This is while they're traveling the seas, and they run into one of the monster alien kaiju yokai type alien monsters. Let's call them alien monsters. And they have to battle. She carries a giant, the protector of the queen, the princess carries a giant pole which can be extended and detracted at will. After it, tries to eat her, she pops that bad boy open and rips the alien's head off. Ooh. There's her reaction. Fun stuff. Really dig it. There's Giga. Woo! So a lot of reoccurring characters popping up throughout his works. Man Gatarou, I have never seen a picture of the man himself. I thought I found one once, but I'm not too sure if it was actually a picture of him or not. Yeah, awesome stuff. Anything you can find in English online, I recommend picking up just to get a taste for Man Gatarou. And the art is so wild, so insane that even if you don't read Japanese, it might be worth ordering a few of his things from Japan. All right, thanks to everyone who subs, likes, and shares. You are the bee's knees. I dig you all the most. I will be back with some more manga profiles, manga hauls, and manga reviews soon. Until then, mata ne.